Tonight on Crafty Winers, top 23 reasons to give wine as gifts.
I'm Greg.
I'm Julie, and we're the Crafty Winers.
So the holidays are coming up, and we want to give you some excuses to use your wine making craft as a source of gifts to give to your friends and family. This is going to be how many?
23. 23 reasons.
23 reasons that we came up with of why it makes sense to do that. This isn't just wine. This is wine, hard lemonade, hard cider, whatever it is that you make. Mead,
beer.
But alcohol that you concoct
that
you can give to your friends and family as Christmas presents.
So we'll start off with number 23.
Without ado.
Wine has health benefits. See? I mean, we're drinking it.
Yeah.
It has health benefits.
Is that why we drink it?
Of course it is. Right? Wink, wink.
It does
nudge,
have,
nudge.
red wine has antioxidants that have been proven to be good for your heart. As long as, it's a moderation thing that maybe I haven't figured out yet, but there's a point where it's not healthy for you, but in moderation it is good for you. It's a good way to de-stress at the end of the day. Think about things that are not going wrong in your life.
And it's on the Mediterranean diet.
And I am doing the Mediterranean diet. So is she, to a point.
Yep.
For me, mainly, I think. Number 22. You can choose to make it without sorbates or sulfites, which most of the wine that you buy from the store is going to have potassium metabisulfite and potassium sorbate in it. That's a quality control that a commercial product always has to have to be shelf stable. But if you make it yourself, you can choose to make it without that. So we're not going to go into depth what they do, but basically they stop fermentation in some cases and keep them from coming back up again, especially if it's back sweetened. But I don't believe that they're unhealthy for you, but some people believe that they are.
There are people who are sensitive to sulfites.
And that is true.
So
that is something that you can do for your friend that they can't get from the store most of the time. You can't buy a wine that is not going to have those things.
Not from Walmart or any place that I've seen. Number 21. It's a great gift to promote social activity.
Like this.
Like this.
So get away from your phone, have a conversation, drink wine.
Get away from your phone. That's good for you.
Or you can be in a social situation and still have your phone. Number 20. All of the equipment that you need to make wine and all the ingredients for the wine itself can come from Amazon, and you can get it delivered right to your door.
Yep.
So you don't have to go to the mall. You don't have to go out into the craziness to go Christmas shopping. You can have it come right to you.
100% the way I prefer to shop.
Well, and some of us are hermits and don't like to go outside at all. So that I do have to open the door to get the package off the porch, and that's all I have to do. So
Number 19, the wine can be better than what you can afford to buy for them.
If you take care in your hobby of winemaking, you really can make it taste better than, especially like the boxed wine that we used to buy. Mm-hmm. The wine that we make almost always tastes about twice as good as the boxed wine that we... And honestly, we still buy the boxed wine because occasionally we run out of the wine that we made. So we do have to go back and lower ourselves to store-bought.
And you can definitely, if you've been spoiled drinking the good wine that you made, you definitely tell the difference when you drink black box.
And part of that, again, is because commercial wine is a little bit handicapped. There are things that they have to do to make it shelf-stable, to make it so that it lasts until the consumer buys it.
True.
And if you make it yourself, you don't have to do those things necessarily. For instance, most red wine has been made a little bit sour by the pH lowering ingredients to make it more acidic. And they do that so that the wine lasts longer. But if you're planning on drinking it right away, you don't have to do that. And it, I think, tastes better when the pH hasn't been lowered to the point to where it's so acidic that it gives you heartburn.
Well, technically, I mean, we lower all of ours to 3.8 or lower.
Correct,
but
which is the high limit.
They usually lower them way down there to like 3.3.
And again, I don't want to get off on a tangent, but if you're going to keep it on the shelf for a couple of years, you still need to do that. Mm-hmm. But if you're making wines for your friends, you don't necessarily need to do that, and you can make it taste better. And what's the equivalent of that if you have to go out and buy that? It's more than I am going to want to pay for a box of wine.
Make sure you stick around for the top 5. We're only on 18 right now.
Number 18, you can get around 28 750 milliliter bottles out of a 6-gallon batch of wine. So, depending on how many friends you have, that could be your whole gift list. And in our case, that might be several times more than we needed. But
That's okay.
just depends on how many people you're giving gifts to.
Number 17, if you use the equipment you already have and recycled bottles like we do, the cost for 28 bottles can be as low as $4 per bottle, which includes the concentrate, any additives, a cork, and a label. So that's pretty cheap.
Yeah. You do have a time investment, obviously,
Oh, yeah.
but that time is love, right? There's some equipment that you need to invest in to get that cost, to achieve that. Number 16 is show and tell.
Oh, yes.
Number 16, you can give it to them as a gift basket with other wine-related items. So she can show you what she's done with these.
This is a Moscato with a nice label and foil. And then I have a couple of hand-etched wine glasses.
So she bought the glasses and etched them.
And then on this one, we've got some apricot cider with our label on it, with our cute little corgis. And then I hand-painted some beer glasses to go along with it. And we do have a video on etching and hand painting glasses as well coming up soon.
So then we've got simpler. This is just a cardboard box that unfolds. I didn't make it sticky, but you pull the backing off and then the box will stick together and it's got a magnetic clasp. So that's kind of a cool little way of giving your bottle a professional look. And we do have a video that we just got done recording on making your bottles look presentable and professional. I'll link that above. And then the last option is a nice wooden box that comes with tools such as a foil cutter, a decanter, a stopper, and a corkscrew. And then it's got kind of a satin little bed for the bottle to sit in.
It's fancy.
All of these items will be linked in the description below. But yeah, this can be the way that you give it to them could be in a basket or in a box for just a little bit more touch of class.
Where are we at?
What wine are you giving Pippin for Christmas?
The bacon wine?
Getting bacon wine? Bacon wine? You like bacon wine?
She likes anything that's got bacon.
Sit pretty? No, can't sit pretty. Show off. There you go. That's part of it. Yeah.
There you go.
25.
Good girl.
Nori's too lazy to do stuff like that, huh? You gonna do it? Come here.
She might.
Come here, Nori. Give me 5. Can you give me 5? Yeah.
Good girl.
Okay.
Number 15. It's perfectly acceptable for them to drink the wine and keep the bottle as a keepsake. So almost like 2 gifts in one.
Okay. Especially when they are personalized and have a picture of them or, their names on it or something, I can see that they're going to keep that forever. But they may want to drink the wine.
I hope they do.
Number 14 kind of goes without saying, but they can drink it the day that you give it to them, or they can wait till a more special occasion comes up.
13. Make it sparkling, and they can use it on New Year's Eve too.
Yeah, a lot of people are only used to drinking sparkling wine on New Year's Eve.
That's true.
But yeah, it doesn't really matter when in the year they get it. They can drink it on New Year's Eve.
Or right then.
Number 12, you can give them exactly the type of beverage that they like. So if you know they like sweet wines, you can make a sweet wine. If you know they like dry wines, you can give them a dry wine, ciders or whatever. You're not going to be limited to whatever is available at the store that you go to.
True. And to go along with that, number 11, if there's a particular flavor profile that they like, you can infuse it with that flavor or, put additives to make it that flavor, such as apricot apple cider, hard cider,
Right.
or blueberry lemonade.
If you know they're a fan of apricots.
Or chocolate-infused Merlot.
Who would do that?
I don't know, some weirdos.
Number 10 is show and tell again.
Oh, yeah.
So if you really want to make it special, you can put their name and or picture on it to make it very personal to them. And this happens to be a Moscato that we made for our son and daughter-in-law's wedding. So it's got their picture and where they were married and the date. And this is a duplicate of the one that we gave to them. But we know that the one that they've got is going to be saved for a very special occasion. I think they're still trying to figure out what that occasion is.
It'll be one of their
Probably.
anniversaries.
So this is a way to make it very, very special for somebody.
Stay tuned, people. We still have 9 to go, so you don't want to miss number 1. Number 9, people appreciate gifts that take your time and your talents more than something that you just click a button on Amazon and say buy now.
Well, your grandma probably taught you that stuff that she makes for you is more special than stuff that, she spent, $10 at the dollar store for.
Well, they say that it's the thought that counts, and sometimes that's just a way of getting out of getting somebody something. But in this case, it's really true, because those glasses that I painted, those took me some time to hand paint those, so I put love and effort into those gifts.
It tells when you see it.
Yep.
Number 8, your friends probably don't know somebody else that will make them wine for their special occasion or their gift. So that makes it even more special that you're doing that for them.
Number 7, you can spend the time to make it look professional.
And
just like we did.
And again, we do have a video that we just recorded prior to this one that gives you our ideas for how to make it professional. Number 6, this alcohol gift is likely to get used. It's not going to get stuck in the closet, probably.
Like the ugly sweater your aunt got you. That is true. I would use it.
That sweater didn't actually make it into my closet.
It made it right into the garbage can. Okay, number 5. Oh, we're already on number 5.
Top 5.
Top 5. When given as a wedding gift, it can be held till a special anniversary.
Just like we said with our sons, that's probably what they're going to end up doing with it, unless nobody wants to drive to the store and they're out of alcohol. It might disappear that night, but probably will last until an anniversary.
Hopefully.
Number 4, the person you give it to will probably spread the word of your very wicked talent.
Wicked talent. Are you from Boston now? What's wicked talent?
Word seemed appropriate.
Number 3 is maybe they'll give you the bottle back so you can re-gift it to somebody else.
That's the only kind of friend I give my stuff to, is when I know they're going to give me the bottle back. Number 2, in the U.S. at least, you can't legally sell it to them, so you have to give it to them.
I love how that made 2, because we can't sell it to our friends and family. So we're being nice and giving it to them. Okay, and drum roll, please. Number 1, you can keep some of the batch for yourself, and you have to taste test it. It's called quality control.
You do have to do that. That's part of the job.
It is part of the job. Yep. And it's a fun part of the job. It's one of my favorite parts of the job.
That's why we give a lot of wine away.
See, we're taste testing right now. Oh, in our etched glasses. Those are new. Thank you guys for watching our top 23 reasons to give wine as a gift, or cider, or mead, or beer, or hard lemonade.
Alcohol you make.
Alcohol you make. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Please like the video, make comments. Maybe you have some other ideas of why wine makes a good present. You can leave comments for us there. And until next time, cheers.